Hi, this is Phil from Make Tech Easier and welcome to this review of the Xiaomi Mi Wi-Fi Router 3. The need for faster and faster bandwidth speeds has created something of an arms race with makers of Wi-Fi devices, hiking speeds and cutting costs. The trickle-down effect is that you get more for less. As the cost comes down, what makes one brand different from another is not price, but style and power. In this video we look at the latest router from Xiaomi, the Mi Wi-Fi Router 3, which has good looks and power in abundance. Style over substance? Xiaomi have always had a highly evolved sense of style, and this stylish design sense permeates everything they make, leading edge technology which not only looks good but works well. In the box you get the router itself, a power supply and a small trifold paper manual. It's a very attractive case with its 4 upright aerials. It's great to have functional equipment like this look appealing because it means you don't have to hide it. It looks a bit like an Imperial shuttle from Star Wars. The top is flat and featureless apart from a discrete logo, and wedge shaped. The bottom is curved and perforated for heat flow. Everything about the build quality is solid and the aerials snap up to attention with a satisfying and positive action. You can also lean them over or arrange them either for better signal or just for looks. Key features. The unit has 2 Ethernet inputs and a port for the WAN, wide area network, and the connection for your modem. There is also a USB port for fitting a hard drive or USB stick. One of the nice features of this router is it has a dedicated mobile app to administer its settings. This is handy as usually you have to use a browser on a computer to do router admin, but with this you can just do it on your phone. As with remote admin, you can also manage router activity, block access for unknown users, etc. If an unknown user tries to join your network, the system will send you a notification message to your phone. Access can then be granted or closed, sending the user to the blacklist. As a slight downside, the app does suffer from a lack of back buttons, so when you fail to sign in to the router for some reason, it'll keep trying and you can't exit without quitting the app. Very annoying. Also, the documentation is a bit thin, so if you want to get anything out of the ordinary, you'll have to guess or look it up on the internet, which, although perfectly legitimate, is not ideal. If you already have a Wi-Fi aerial in the house but want to extend your coverage, then the unit can also serve as a repeater, and a very high powered one at that. Why would I want it? Despite the lack of documentation, this is a very good router. It's powerful, it has 4 high gain antennas which can reach every corner of the house, and it uses 802.11 AC Wi-Fi technology to triple the usual speeds. You can also have up to 126 devices connected at once, and that would be a challenge to fill up even for the most avid Internet of Things fan. We tested the router in a normal suburban house and it performed very well for coverage, noticeably better than standard Wi-Fi. We didn't map it out really accurately, but a casual stroll with a Wi-Fi meter and a phone showed that in a very few known dead spots the coverage was much better. Having 4 brand new high gain antennas really helps both the coverage and the gain of the signal. Often domestic units have a limit to how many devices they can support, which is never usually stated on the box. You just know it when you lose your IP address on the network. But with every person in a family bringing at least 3 to 6 Wi-Fi capable devices into the home, it soon mounts up. And having 126 potential connections, the Xiaomi goes a long way to making sure you never run out. At around £30, it's also a bargain. Okay, we rate this item 4 out of 5. Here are the pros. Very stylish and solidly built. Looks like a tool and not a toy. Lots of device connections, high power coverage and beautifully fast. Very easy to set up using the mobile app. And here's the cons. Drops a point for lack of supplied documentation. We could have used a little more. The mobile app gives you access to settings and you can muddle through, but there's no proper walkthrough of how to make everything work. Overall though, the Xiaomi Mi Wi-Fi Router 3 is a great router with a generous speed boost and fills a lot of the dead spots in your home. Okay, as always, thanks for watching, and please take a moment to like, subscribe and leave your comments below. That's all for now, see you next time.